Alright guys, here's my video on the ones that you had the most questions on. So I'm going to be doing numbers 3, 7, and 8. So in number 3, I have a feeling it's just this first vector that threw a lot of you off. When you're drawing the first vector, it's at 90 degrees. So 90-degree angle, if we start at the positive x-axis, is going to go right onto this positive y-axis. So that vector is pointing straight up. And it still has a force of 54 pounds. So the 54 is going to go on that, which makes the vector part of this, it has no horizontal component because it's not going horizontal at all. So this is 0, comma, the vertical component is 54. So since it's on an axis, it's only either going to have a vertical or a horizontal part. It won't have both. And then if we draw the next one, just to finish off the problem here, that's at 155 degrees. So 155 degrees would be in the second quadrant. We'll go ahead and make our triangle. It's 60 pounds of force that goes on the vector. And then we're going to find the x component and the y component. So to find the x component, again, it's the same math for everything here. It's going to be 60 times the cosine of 155. Type that in your calculator. And you get negative 54.38. And then you need to find the vertical component. I don't know why I called that x. We'll call these x2. So y2 is going to be 60 times the sine of 155, which means y2 is 25.36. So that's my second vector here. So my second vector is negative 54.38, comma 25.36, and we're going to add those together to get our resultant vector. So that's negative 54.38, comma 79.36. So then from here you had to find for sure the magnitude. I would also like you to know how to find the direction, the directions at the top. Didn't tell you to find the angle, so you didn't have to, but you should know how to. So just in general here, we'll do the magnitude first, and then I'll just walk through the angle part of it. So the magnitude is going to be the square root of negative 54.38 squared plus 79.36 squared. And you should get 96.20 as the magnitude. And then for the direction part of this, if I wanted to find the direction, we're going to be using tangent. It's going to be tangent theta is equal to y over x. And you can solve that. The problem with this one is there is a negative value on that, so we are not in the first quadrant. So we're going to have to think about how we're going to find the answer based on the quadrant that it is in. So we get an angle of negative 55.58. But if we were to graph this, it would be over negative 54 up positive 79. We're in the second quadrant. So that 55.58 is here. We want to find what the angle is to get to that vector line. So we're going to have to add 180 onto this to get our answer. And if I add 180 on, I get 124.42 degrees. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to be doing 7 and 8 next in the next pages. Alright, so for these ones in the directions, we were trying to find the magnitude and the direction. So if I graph this one, that is over negative 30, down negative 14, and we're trying to find both the magnitude and the direction. So the magnitude, hopefully that's the easy part for all of us here. I have a feeling it's again the direction here. Because we're not in the first quadrant, you got to think about what to do here. So that's 14 squared plus 30 squared, which comes out to 33.11. And then to find the angle, we're going to use tangent. It's going to be tangent of theta is equal to negative 14 over negative 30. We're going to get theta is equal to 25.02 degrees. And then we have to think about the position here. That's in the third quadrant. So that's past 180. So we're going to have to add 180 onto that to get our answer. And that's how I got an answer of 205.02 degrees. And number 8 is going to be similar to number 7. It's over negative 42, down negative 18. So we're still in the third quadrant again. We're going to find theta, we're going to find the magnitude. The magnitude is going to be the square root of negative 18 squared plus negative 42 squared. And if you type that in your calculator, you should get 45.69. To find theta, we're going to do tangent theta is equal to 18 over 42. Type that in your calculator. You get that theta is 29.20 is what it rounds up to. And again, we're looking for this angle that's in the third quadrant, so that's past 180 degrees. So we're going to add 180 onto that to get our answer of 203.20 degrees. So hopefully that clarifies going over 7 and 8. Those of you that may have been stuck on how to find the angle, that you do really need to think about where it is. You got to give the position of it based on coming from the positive x-axis, the standard position. All right, just keep watching Schoology. I'll have some more stuff for you guys to do tomorrow.